Hey up everyone, welcome back to the Rugby League History channel. Tonight's video is going to be my round 15 review of Parramatta against Melbourne, which was played at Western Sydney Stadium. If you're new to the channel, I review all the Parramatta matches, win, lose or draw. So going in this game, I felt that there was a lot of pressure on Parramatta to get a victory because the build-up in the week with the game was Parramatta were expected to beat an understrength Melbourne squad. Melbourne, of course, were missing Cameron Smith, Cameron Munster. They were missing another host of players, and we had a pretty much full-strength team. So there was now expected of us except to get a big win over Melbourne. Now, I felt some of the comments before and after the game by some fans were a bit daft when they said that Parramatta is playing against basically like a C or a D grade Melbourne squad. The Melbourne squad that played tonight, there was still plenty of experience and still plenty of players out there that are not bugs. Like you had Josh Adokar, Asafa Solomone, you had Brandon Smith, you had Ryan Pappenhausen, Kafusi was out there. So you had some quality out there. It wasn't a completely reserve grade team. So I think the people that said that in the comment section before and after the game, they need to rethink what they said, because yes, they were an understrength team, but they weren't exactly reserve grade or C grade quality. So going into the match, we got the early penalty goal, and then we scored another try through Wonga Blake. I thought our right side attack and defence was shite. Who knew? And then we scored another try through Micah Sivo. It was a lovely move down the left hand side of the field. Micah Sivo, he's got this habit of, he doesn't tuck his arm in when he crosses a line, because once again they sort of had to check that he had his hand and his arm inside the field of play there. But luckily he scored the try. It was 12 now at the break. Second half, there was only 2 further points scored to a penalty goal. Parramatta and Melbourne both had chances to score tries. Michael Jennings come close, but he bounced the ball like a basketball. There was also another try where Clint Gutherson got close. Melbourne got close to Ryan Pappenhausen. In the second half, you also had the incident with Asafa Solomone, where he hit one of our players around the head with a shoulder charge. I think I've looked back at it a couple of times, and even though I hate Melbourne and everyone knows me position on Melbourne, I think Asafa Solomone was a bit unlucky in a way, because Welsh did the initial hit around the head. It was actually quite high, and then the Parramatta player kind of fell forward and down a bit, and then it just happened to line up with Asafa Solomone's shoulder, which knocked him clean out, and he got 10 in the bin. But what I will say is that it was karma, because I remember last year in the elimination semi-final, before and after the match, Asafa Solomone was blowing kisses at the Parramatta fans and going, "Goodbye, see you later, catch you next year, fucking take that." And tonight he got his comeuppance. He got 10 in the bin, and I'm a firm believer in karma, and what goes around comes around. In the end, we ended up winning the match 14 out. I'm dead pleased with the win, even though I think realistically we should have scored more points. An interesting fact, it's the first time since 2014 that Melbourne's been kept scoreless in a match, and it's only the 6th time since they come into the competition. When I found out that the final score was 14 out, I thought it was the first time that Melbourne had ever been held scoreless, because we all know what Melbourne's been like over the last 22 years now. They're not exactly the kind of club that gets held scoreless. But I think Nathan Brown in particular played quite well. Sean Lean had a good game. Especially Nathan Brown. But Nathan Brown, he's just, self-preservation goes out the window, and it's always just 100 mile an hour with Nathan Brown. After the match, I think I was thinking to myself, and I thought to myself, there's three scenarios that can come from this game. Scenario one, we go out and we thrash Melbourne, and the media is happy that we thrashed Melbourne, but you still get the naysayers saying, oh well, Melbourne were under strength. Then you get scenario two, where we would have lost to Melbourne. All the trolls and all the people from the other 15 clubs would have been out there on the keyboards going, Parramatta lost to a C grade team, fucking take that, Premiership pretenders, all that, keep it. And then scenario three is we win the match, but we still don't make people happy. Where tonight we kept Melbourne scoreless, we beat them 14-0. Yes, they had a lot of players out, but we still get fans of our club and we still get fans of other clubs complaining, oh, you should have beaten them by more. You're still not Premiership material. You're still not playing well. So I think the motto or the lesson from tonight's game is it doesn't matter what we did, we weren't going to please everyone. I think it's the same as if we see, for instance, we played Eastern Suburbs and James Tedesco was out, or Luke Carey, and we beat them by some miracle. The same thing would happen. Everyone would be on the keyboards going, oh, James Tedesco wasn't playing. If James Tedesco was playing, you wouldn't fucking win whatsoever. But it's just one of those things where you can't please everyone, and you can't even please our own fans. I mean, this is the first time we beat Melbourne since 2017. And admittedly, that year when we did beat them, they were under strength. It was during the State of Origin period. I think you have to go back to 2012 when Melbourne won the Premiership and we come last. That's the last time that we've beat Melbourne when they were full strength and we were full strength. But I'm happy that we... At least I'm happy. I don't really care what other people think, but I'm happy that Parramatta won. Melbourne losing, perfect weekend. And I'm dead pleased that Parramatta won. I think that all but assures that we finish top four now. Even if the other teams in 5th and 6th win all their matches and we lose all our matches from here on out, we still finish top four. So I'm dead pleased, and what more can I say? We've beat Melbourne, and everyone knows my thoughts on Melbourne, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But that's my review for the round 15 match, Parramatta against Melbourne. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. If you are enjoying the channel and the content that I'm creating, click that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you get an email when I do a new video. I'll be making another video very soon, so stay tuned. I'll catch you all later, everyone. Alright, ta-ra.